I'm here in our El Paso facility in the ECT department, and I want to go ahead and install a surge panel today to protect this valuable machinery. So I've gone ahead and contacted Jesse, our maintenance shop electrician, to help me identify what electrical system we're using, which he found in this case was a Delta, and verify the voltage, which he found to be 240 volts. So Jesse, what type of Leviton surge panel should I use for this application?
We'll be using 42277DY3.
Nice. And you know what? I think before we get started, we want to shut the power off.
Yes, safety first. Then I'll turn off the breaker.
Thanks. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and once he shuts off power, get ready to wire this surge panel up.
Find the appropriate breaker and turn the power off.
So Jesse just let me know that he shut power off at the breaker, and before I begin, I want to go ahead, open the cover, and check for myself. Taking my handheld tester, I'm going to check my wires, line in, and I see that they're dead, so we're good to go, and I can now begin wiring up my Leviton surge panel. So I've gone ahead and knocked out a hole in the bottom of my disconnect switch, ran my wires up through the hole, and now I'm going to go ahead and put on my locking nut over my wires and slide it onto the piece of pipe, securing my surge panel to my disconnect switch. So I've gone ahead and finished securing the surge panel to the disconnect enclosure. I took a look at the instruction sheet to see what wires I'm going to need for this application. So what I found was that I'll be using my 3 black or my line wires and my green ground wire. So what I'm going to want to do is also shorten up the other wires and cap them off using wire nuts. So I'm just tightening up my last wire nut. Now it's always a best practice to take a piece of electrical tape and tape your wire nuts to the wire. This will keep them from falling off. There we go. Now I'll tape the remaining 3. So now I'm going to go ahead and taking my green ground wire, I'm going to connect it to the ground bus in my disconnect enclosure. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and measure how much wire I need and trim off the excess on the wire. Taking my wire strippers, I'll just simply cut the wire and restrip it. Roughly about 5/8 of an inch. And there we go. There we go, just finished making my ground connection. Now I'm going to go ahead and run my line wires up the side of the box, and I'm going to go ahead and connect them to the line wires coming into the disconnect. So what I want to do is get a flathead screwdriver, loosen each of these terminals, and insert my line wires. So I've gone ahead and removed the terminal shield and installed my first 2 wires, and I'm now ready to do my last. So I've loosened the connection. Going to slide that right in, taking my flathead, tighten down the terminal screw, and there we go. Range my wire, and I'm now ready to put the terminal shield back on, close it up, turn on the power.
Let's restore the power.
So I've gone ahead and shut the cover. Jesse, my good friend's gone ahead and restored power, and I can see that all 3 indicator lights are lit, so I know that surge protection is enabled. In the event of a surge, the device would show a fault light and the unit would need to be replaced. But if that happened, I know that this great machine would have been saved. So there you go. Let's start making some product.